Good afternoon, good afternoon. Today I wanted to talk about something that's really been bothering me lately, and it's the people who are consistently saying that the new DVD pass, the new Rift Quest system and everything is faster than the old system. The thing I wanted to specifically point out is the people saying it's slower are objectively correct, but probably not for the reasons they're giving. And the people saying it's faster are also correct, but only in a specific circumstance. And I want to get into that today because I don't think enough people are willing to really see both sides of this. And I think that the people who are saying it's faster are definitely worse in this regard because they have to ignore a lot of things to present their argument. And I want to first start off by using some posts on Twitter that I found while scrolling around today that specifically address kind of the sentiment from the it's worse side of things. Because there are people who show up to these and they present their argument and they say, it's faster for me, it's faster for me, it's faster overall. You got to do all the quests and everything. And we'll get into those and I'll explain what's not right about both sides. This was a post that I came across today and I just felt the need to interact with it. Says, anyone else feel like the new Rift system is actually ass? I've been playing nonstop and I'm only reached tier 15. I have suspicions about the efficiency of how he plays in regards to the new system, because if you don't play it perfectly efficiently, he's right. You will be progressing slower. And there are more tiers to progress through, meaning it's going to take longer to complete. And one of the things I want to say, I'm not going to get into my YouTube comment section from the last video and address the guy who tried to convince me that it's faster, and that the reason it's faster is because you can ignore the Deep Rift. The Deep Rift is paid content, it counts towards completion, and it never comes back. I'm not accepting your argument. You're wrong, objectively. If it's in there, completing it means doing all of it, not stopping at tier 70. So, I said, basically what I'm going to say in this video here, but effectively, this guy's wrong. There are not 63 days left. There's 72, but doesn't really matter. Point is, sure, people like we do here are saying, I haven't been playing as much, and I'm double the level you're at. Some people are possibly having serious issues, but some people are also probably progressing killer and survivor at the same time, and they're probably doing it very well. They're probably escaping trial as survivor. They're probably healing a lot of people every single match. They're probably managing to complete a lot of generators. If they're doing killer, they're killing, they're hooking. They're kicking generators. They're doing everything they're supposed to do for the milestone quest, and they're probably completing all of their dailies and all of their weekly quests as well. That's the circumstance that makes it faster. Doing everything for both sides and doing it very, very quickly. And we'll get into why doing it quickly is actually not a particularly good thing, because eventually you run out of milestone quests. We're on thunderstorms rolling in. We're on week 2. And I'll show you in a minute. I'm almost done some of my milestone quests. They don't continue after step 10 that I know of. Haven't gotten there yet, but pretty sure they don't. They're not infinite. Meaning you can only complete up to step 10 of your milestone quests. Meaning that people who are progressing very quickly right now got some bad news. You're gonna stop progressing that quickly. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen fast. It's a problem with this new system, but I'm not gonna get into that. It's not necessarily, Anyways, Zoro here says play both sides, homie. He's right. Kind of. As I said, we'll get into that. Maybe at a new level of unemployment, but I'm at tier 47. I'm in the 30s. I played a lot. Doesn't really matter. They moved the Rift Pass. That's what this guy's talking about. And there was one or two others I wanted to bring up. You're either not doing it efficiently or you're bugged. He's not bugged, and he's probably not doing it efficiently, but that doesn't matter. It shouldn't be play optimally and suffer if you don't. It shouldn't be play both sides and suffer if you don't. That's not that's super anti-player. That's very fucked up. But I don't think people care about that. And this guy, removing your ability to gain passive fragments from leveling is such a shit change. They technically didn't. It's kind of the same. But as far as I'm concerned, it's worse than ever. As a whole, system is worse. These are your milestone quests. And as I was saying, milestone quests, there's 10 steps of it. What happens when you complete them all? You run out of things to do. And I know I'm looking over here because this is where all of my recording is happening, so I can point it out to you. But I'll come back this way, so I'm a little less distracting. But as you can see, you get 10 more fragments per step when you complete it. As you can see, step 3 out of 10, 30 fragments. Step 5, 50. Step 8, 80. Meaning at step 10, once you complete it, you've completed the last one, 100. You cannot complete any more additional steps. You've completed that milestone. There's no more to be earned, meaning you will reach a cap. You will hit that wall, and milestone quests are no longer progressing your rift anymore. You're not getting any progress for doing it. Now, here's the other thing I wanted to point out. We only get a limited number of weekly quests per week. And sure, they give 75 every time. It costs 100 per level, meaning you're probably not getting a level per weekly quest completed. It's probably not happening. And I haven't even completed all of them yet. I've been slacking, but I will complete all of them. Point is, you have to play both sides to get everything efficiently. And as you can see, I've played a handful of killer matches already, and yet revealing orders for 800 seconds is a grind. If you can do that in a single match, that's insane. But personally, I think you're going to have a hard time completing 10 chases total in a handful of games. It's going to take you a couple of games to do just one of these weeklies. Now, that's no big deal, but the time it takes to complete should be factored into how long and how efficiently you can complete Tears of the Rift. That's because, while yes, the raw numbers are higher, the time it takes to get to those numbers is longer. You are taking objectively more time per page. You are spending more time waiting after your weeklies are completed. Let's say you complete all of your weeklies day one by 1 p.m. that day. I'm on Eastern time, so it comes out at 11 on Tuesday. If you complete that all by 1 p.m. that same day, you have nothing else to do until tomorrow for your dailies, and you get 3 of them. And I want to present, they're 15 each. You get 3 of them for 15 each. That's 45. Not even 50% of one tier of the Rift. That's horrible. That's not great. That is objectively horrible. That's worse than any individual quest in the old Tome system. Better than the old dailies. The old dailies only gave you blood points. But we're not talking about the blood points here. We're talking about the Rift. And if this is worse than the old system in that regard, because the blood points are lower, I have an issue with it. 2,500 is lower than the 5,000 blood points you get after tier 100 on the Rift by 50%. That's a pitiful amount of blood point gains. And I have said in many posts on Twitter, on many of my comments in my YouTube videos, and in my YouTube videos themselves, where I criticize this new system and this new patch so heavily, just how bad the blood point gain has become. It is worse than ever, despite the cap being higher than ever, and them openly saying, we're going to drop the cap back down probably at some point. That's a problem. I don't like that. Doesn't really matter what I like and what I don't like, because at the end of the day, we are kind of screwed as a community. They don't seem to care. So it is what it is. And that's just how it's going to be. So I'm signing off. I'm going to leave it at that. I've been rambling long enough. Whether you agree, whether you disagree, both sides are right, but the people saying it's slower are more right when it gets down to the nitty gritty of it, because the numbers aren't all that matters. So either way, Enjoy your game. Das vidanya. Arrivederci. Goodbye.